Television series conceived by Rockney and Sobanani and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the 9 Network. It premiered in North America on the Sci-Fi Channel Sci-Fi Friday segment on March 19, 1999. At 8 p.m. EST. As the network's anchor series. The Jim Henson Company is credited with the many alien looks, makeup and prosthetics to regular characters on the show. The animatronic puppets Rigel and Pilot were entirely Henson Creature Shop creations. Although the series was planned for 5 seasons, it was abruptly cancelled after production had ended on its 4th season, thus finishing the series on a cliffhanger. Co-producer Brian Henson later secured the rights to Farscape, paving the way for a 3-hour miniseries, Farscape, The Peacekeeper Wars, which Henson himself directed. In 2007, it was announced that the creator was returning for a web series, though production has been repeatedly delayed. In December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released. In continuity with both the television show and the potential online series, it was announced that the creator was returning for a web series, though production has been repeatedly delayed. In December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released. Farscape is an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rockney and Sobanani and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the 9 Network. It premiered in North America on the Sci-Fi Channel Sci-Fi Friday segment on March 19, 1999. Farscape is an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rock.
Stereo. Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand Aquarium Emperor, the Triviamaster of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. I'm Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire, channeling the spirit of George Lucas, an old bearded man who brings joy to children all around the world. And funnily enough, that's also the subject of today's trivia, is Santa Claus, the jolly old elf who brings joy to everyone all around the world and beautiful presents under that tree. Hello, Intern Kringle.
Hello there, George. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really getting maxed out on our old white men that bring joy to children.
All right, so maybe I'll go away. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Hello, old chum. It's me, George Batman.
It's George Batman.
Yes, old chum. I shall sneak up the side of your building and bring you presents. Santa Claus is in some non-canon Star Wars books, just like Cerveza Crystal. It is in the Star Wars universe, but it is not canon. That was Spielberg, though. Oh, and X-Wing, he shows up in the base. That's true. But not canon. That's a little fun Easter egg. That's a fun little treat.
Just a little
You can have a little Santa as a treat. There will be some trivia about Santa-like figures in the Star Wars galaxy. And if you want to get to play our game of trivia, you should go to crowd.live and enter the code MOBUD.
MOBUD!
That's crowd.live and enter the code MOBUD, where you'll get to play against Steel Trivia for Pitch to the Dancing Christmas Devil. Ho ho ho, Tatoes, the Doorway Sniffer. Oh, in class. Santa only brought me coal, but check out my Thaco. Kringle Walk Run, and Secular CBC. But while people join our game of trivia, and Wiz, they do not. I'm just so mad at you that you would dare suggest that they did that, and they don't. They don't believe in Jesus Christ. So they don't celebrate Easter. It's pretty straightforward. Let's not worry about what the Sith celebrate, because they don't celebrate Halloween either. That's people use Sith-o-lanterns to celebrate Halloween, but the Sith no. You got me flustered, so check it out on your bingo card. They existed before Jesus. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Well, I mean, isn't there a thing about
they exist before Jesus incarnated on the earth. Okay. The Logos was there from the beginning before time. Chewie... Let's not worry about what they celebrate in Star Wars, and instead worry about what we can celebrate, which is, who cares about Star Trek? We can celebrate the Twitch recap here on Radio Free Multiverse and what you did for this channel in the year 2024. See, look, it's me, Fluval. And we streamed 393 hours in 2024 with 160 total streams and 103 distinct days streamed. And you watched 3,353 hours.
Wow!
Of content right here on Radio Free Multiverse. And these numbers do seem good. Artificially placed voice. Our top categories of the year were Just Chatting, Baldur's Gate 3, Talk Shows and Podcasts, Fortnite, and Divinity Original Sin 2. We're going to look at that after this blog. I do have that number for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Our top stream of the year reached 45 viewers, and our top tags of the year were English, LGBTQIA+, and queer friendly, because we use those on every stream. And 49,067 chats were sent in our channel. And our top emotes of the year were Hail Fluval, The Radio, Praise Glut, Rainbow Fluval, and Planet Destroy. And our biggest fans of the year were Wizworld Live, Things from the Void, Plausible Deniability, Blogthoven, Mask for Mask, A Whom Named Maddie, Potatoes Molasses, and Lena316. We collaborated 4 times this year using the Stream Together feature that Dan Clancy is obsessed with sensitive artist types Daydream Vagabond and Missy Information, and we received 23 raids, including from King Klon, who rated us the most, who rated us 7 times, Nakamus, who rated us 5 times, and sensitive artist types, who rated us twice. And we also sent 48 raids, including 27 to Farscape Official, 6 to Stab Comedy Club, a comedy club up in Sacramento, and 6 to A Whom Named Maddie. And there were 55 clips of us made this year. Yeah, it does mean you missed 63 hours of RFM last year. Our top clips were 55. 11 of you made clips. And here's our top clip of the year.
Yes!
They didn't hear that.
Oh.
This is our top clip of the year.
Yes! His shark!
Yeah, and congratulations on reaching affiliate, Maddie.
His shark! His shark! His shark! His shark! His shark! His shark!
His shark! His shark! Shark jaws! His shark! Just when you thought there was safe in the ocean. His shark! His jaws! His shark! Oh, it's
His shark! His shark!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Thank you for saying Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas, Wizworld Live. And let's see, is there anything else on this before we look at our other recap? Oh yeah, we got 94 new followers in 2024 and 13 new subscribers and 518.7 thousand channel points were spent in our channel last year. And look at this goat.
Look at that goat! Look
And
at him!
based on that, we were the clippable rating just chatting champion of the year, brother. Oh yeah, we're the clippable rating just chatting champion of the year. Oh yeah, you know, brother. Yeah. Thank you for destroying that planet, A Whom Named Maddie. You might also like to see our sound alerts yearly recap, which is where we get the Yakety Sax was our most played alert. It was played 240 times. 241 times now. 1.2k alerts were played. We're in the top 5% of people with sound alerts played. And by the way, that's not all of our alerts. That's just the alerts run through the sound alerts extension. So Surveys the Crystal doesn't count. The Matrix one doesn't count. Planet Destroy doesn't count. Sus alarm doesn't count either. Like, so many alarms don't count. That's just the ones that are just the sound alerts in the little TV. And so you played 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 55 seconds of sound alerts in 2024. And Blogtoven is our most loyal viewer.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
So you're right. This can't be right because it says Blogtoven has played 240 total. I'm just saying, I mean, it seems low. I'm just saying what Sound Alerts reports. You know? Like, you know what? It does actually seem like the data's not totally right. Because when I went to top sounds, it says fart reverb is our top alert with 3. And it's like, well, that ain't true. That ain't true at all. Oh, here we go. I see. We've had 372 Yakety Saxes total. And the Wilhelm Scream has been played 343 times total, all time. Not just in the year. So yeah, here's our top 5 sound alerts.
Number 1, Yakety Sax Music with 256 plays. Number 2, Wilhelm Scream with 157 plays. Invented by a Writer in 3rd with 132 plays. Laugh Track in 4th with 93. And Aliens with 85 plays. But we've given you plenty of time to join our game of trivia, where you can play against Murky Pissmas, Redbeard 1 standing by, Secular CBC, Kringle Walk Run, Santa Brought Me Coal, but check out my Thaco, Odin Kloss, The Doorway Sniffer, Ho 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 Tatoes, and Steel Trivia for Pitch, the Dancing Christmas Devil. And now that you've summoned Cool Sheev, who also isn't counted in that total, and freed your mind, we're going to get our game started, but you can still join, even once it's underway, by going to crowd.live and entering the code MOBUD. But first, the silence of the crowd per gong as we begin our game of trivia. Here in 3, 2, 1.
Potatoes.
How many this background sucks. How many reindeer are in the team that pulls Santa's sleigh? Over 3, over 5, over 6, or over 8? How many deer are in the team that pull Santa's sleigh? Is it over 3, over 6, or over 8? Eagle-eared Hunter and the Wiz listeners might have heard this question before, or a similar question.
Only the finest question formats for us here at Radio Free Multiverse.
You pick a correct answer. Yeah, you picked the correct answer.
It's the most correct
The most perfect answer. Let's see. 3 of you said over 3. 0 of you said over 5. 0 of you said over 6. 8 of you said over 8. The correct answer is, of course, all of them. Because I don't do this for free, so I don't make rookie mistakes. All of them are inherently correct if any of them are correct. And the correct answer is, of course, suck it, American Pete. I'm Aquarium Fluval. Eat my shit, which I don't make because I don't consume matter. It's a colloquial expression from you lowly humans. The correct answer is, of course, there's 9 reindeer, and 9 is a bigger number than 3, 5, 6, or 8. So let's go to our leaderboard. Murky Pissmas is in first because they answered the quickest and gained 945 points. I don't have a colloquial. Eat my pebbles, I spit back out. I just spit the gravel out. The gravel, exactly. Robble. Kringle to walk run in second. I saw mommy kissing Fluval claws. What? In third, Redbeard 1 standing by. Lock tinsel foils in attack position. And Odin Kloss in 5th place as we go to question number 2. SantaCon, the annual pub crawl where attendees dressed like Santa first appeared in which city? Chicago, Los Angeles, the city of dreams, New York City, get a rope, or Santa Claus, where someone left their heart. And by Santa Claus, I mean San Francisco. I'm the least sexual VTuber on Twitch.
Yep. Fluval does not smooch.
I'm a little trivia drunk, though, so if I seem under the weather, that's why. I gorged myself on so much trivia.
So much suffering. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, the North Pole isn't a city, it's a region. Well, actually, North Pole, Alaska is a city, but it's not one of the answers. It's also, I guess, more of a town, and that's where Santa Claus represents them in Congress.
Oh.
Or in City Council.
Okay.
We'll look at him after this. I realize he should be a trivia question, and he's not. So do you know the answer to this one, intern colloquial?
Oh, do I know it? I would be ashamed if I didn't.
Yes. So let's see what you picked. 6 of you said Chicago. 0 of you said Los Angeles. 4 of you said New York City. On 1 of you, a mere 1 of you. Yeah, intern sentient group of trees is trying to rest up. Only 1 of you said San Francisco, and only 1 of you got it right.
Yep.
Because, contrary to many people's assumptions, things start on the West Coast, too. That's right. We're not all just catching the sloppy cultural seconds of the East Coast. San Francisco has actually contributed things to culture.
Everyone knows Los Angeles is not walkable. Ooh, you almost got points on that question, Missy. Ha!
In your face, assholes. Oh, wow, I thought it'd be a bad New York idea. I should have known when Fluval called it Santa Claus. We're currently orbiting on the western side of Earth.
Yeah, so it was a bad San Francisco idea all along, just like many ideas.
Just like Friend, the AI pendant that we talked about, which was in the news recently because they revealed they made the AI friends assholes to boost engagement.
What?
Friend. The AI pendant
They gave it an asshole?
No, they made them assholes, as in made them jerks.
Oh, sorry, I was not hearing that correctly.
They made them jerks to boost engagement.
Like, in what way did they give it an asshole? Like
Look,
on the back? They painted one on.
Here's the thing. I know that seeing someone on a screen not identifying with New York causes New Yorkers suffering and psychic damage, so I had to do that. Because, Californians are used to people on TV not identifying with them. And so that was the way to inflict some extra suffering on everyone watching from the East Coast of the U.S.
Right? Honestly.
Yeah.
Pay me, makers of Friend.
But yeah. So San Francisco was created in 1994 by the Cacophony Society to mock the commercialization of Christmas, and was inspired by a Mother Jones article about Solovningen, which I can't pronounce, but is a Danish anarchist theater group that demonstrated in 1974 against the greed and consumerism associated with Christmas. And that's why SF SantaCon remains free for all. They still don't charge, Wiz.
Yeah, they did put out a thing saying if someone is charging you to come to SantaCon, don't.
They got SF Gate to do a whole article about how they will never charge anything for it and are mad at people charging money for it.
Exactly, Missy. Exactly.
No, it's not anymore, but it was. But it was a satire of commercialism. But now it's not. Yeah. So the Suicide Club, a secret society focused on creating experiences for people to face their fears, is founded in 1977.
A moving mob of runks. Runks indeed.
Here you go. So in 1994, the first SantaCon, or Cheap Suit Santas as it was called, is held in San Francisco. 38 participants dressed in Santa suits meet in the Embarcadero, where a skating rink is set up. They get into a snowball fight with ice shavings before marching into a local hotel shouting, "Ho, ho, ho!" A bus takes the Santas around the city where they crash company Christmas parties.
That rules.
This is way cooler, yeah. They crash company Christmas parties, and then they also stop... No.
Oh my God, Missy!
They also went to the Emporium Capwell, a debutante ball, and the Lusty Lady, the unionized strip club.
San Francisco used to be a real city.
It used to be so much cooler. And late that night, John Law, one of the co-founders of Burning Man, who was also a member of the Cacophony Society, has his friends pretend to hang him from steel scaffolding in the middle of the street because he's wearing a body harness. And he says his premise for participating in the event is more along the lines of Solvingen's sentiment about Christmas. He feels modern-day Christmas has become an example of what he calls middle-class hypocrisy, and this hanging is meant to be a street theater protest against that. Whoop. And it comes back in 95, and more than 100 people take part in the year's event, and then it gets more alcoholic again, and he once again hangs from the street lamp. And he keeps doing that, and then it eventually just becomes a bar crawl.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
An angel showed the Santa what life is like without them so they don't jump. Exactly. It was a wonderful life in San Francisco once. Once. And now let's have a wonderful life on our leaderboard where Blog Snowman is in first, Odin Klaas in second, Redbeard 1 standing by, I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claus in fourth place, and Kringlewalk Run in fifth. Blog Snowman is the only one who got it right.
Ah!
And so he gained 687 points, while Murky Pissmas, who also answered far quicker than Blog Snowman actually, lost 908 points.
Ooh, Steel Trivia for Pitch the Dancing Devil? I love that.
Yeah, there's also Steel Trivia for Pitch the Dancing Devil, who's in 9th place. Yeah, already only the top 6 are positive. Let's see how that continues with question number 3. Which Mean Girls star drank Pilk with Santa Claus? Is that Lacey Chabert, Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, or Tina Fey? Seen here is Stone Cold Steve Austin, milk drunk. Say it, and I get a hell yeah with some Pilk, hell yeah.
I do like, yeah, instant regret.
This is a returning question, by the way, so you should know this.
Remember Pilk. Both the Pilk and the answer. Instant regret. That is not Santa.
No, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin,
But
the Texas rattlesnake.
His beard is white at that particular moment.
Mick Adams would never, says Lena316.
We should start brand name Pilk. Never forget Pilk.
I remember Eric did Pilk, had some Pilk last year. And perhaps you'll want to join us next week.
Maybe there will be Pilk. Who
Maybe
knows?
there will be Pilk. You'll have to watch to find out. But now, let's reveal the real answer.
Santa cream for cream smiths. It's made of crows. Fight like a crow.
That's right, it's Lindsay! It's Lindsay Lohan herself.
That is one dirty soda, Santa.
Not too much cream.
Yeah, she likes Pilk, but not too much
Pilk and
Pilk.
cookies.
Ah,
That is one dirty soda, Santa. Pilk and cookies.
I did not know. I know what you're doing, but this is Lindsay Lohan. This is not Santa Claus.
Who says that Santa Claus can't be Lindsay Lohan?
I guess Santa can be any of us.
Yeah.
I mean, not me, because I'm bigger and
That's
better than Santa
true.
Claus.
But you are red.
Who has scales that are red? Fluval has scales that are red. Fluval red wants you dead. Must be Fluval. Must be Fluval. Must be Fluval. There's too much.
Scales of red wants you dead.
Scales of red wants you dead. Must be Fluval. Must be Fluval. Must be Fluval. Claws. Because I have claws sometimes. Snicked.
Snicked and dead.
Snicked. Let's go, bub. And let's see what you all picked on our little trivia game. Not one of you thought it was Lacey Chabert. 7 of you remembered that it was Lindsay. 2 of you said Rachel McAdams. 1 said Tina Fey. And because it was Lindsay, why, that means Steel Trivia for Pitch the Dancing Christmas Devil gained the most points, gaining 912 points, but still just in 3rd place because I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claus got 906 points and is now in 1st place. And Kringle Walk Run, who's in 2nd place, got the 3rd most points on that question. And Murky Pissmas lost the most points, losing 907 points. Odin Class playing it safe, answering so late they merely gained 55 points.
I really like the names this round.
I do too.
Big fan of the doorway sniffer.
It's me, the doorway sniffer.
It's me, the doorway sniffer.
I'm sniffing your doorways. You know who might be sniffing your doorways? The subject of our next question. Who is the first voice of Robot Santa, the 4-ton deliverer of judgment in Futurama? Was that John DiMaggio, John Goodman, Mark Hamill, or Seth MacFarlane? And now we want who voiced Robot Santa in his first appearance. Oh fuck, I think I get this wrong every year.
It's a tradition.
Missy, tell me what's your name in trivia and I'll tell you if your streak continued. Oh, I think I know who you are.
Yeah.
No,
obviously.
yeah. I know who you are. Because I think the first time is not the celeb. You're clearly Pitch. Well,
Well, we think you're Pitch. Yeah, you're Pitch.
and your streak.
First voice.
Yeah, good. It should make you suffer. 6 of you said John DiMaggio, 4 said John Goodman, 1 said Mark Hamill, none said Seth MacFarlane. Well, Missy, your streak is over because you got it right. It was, in fact, John Goodman. And, in fact, you got it right the fastest. You got it right the fastest.
Tradition,
Yes.
Tradition.
The repeat questions are hard because you're not sure if you remember the right one or the wrong one. Exactly. But yeah, you got it right the fastest. You gained 916 points, which is why you are now in first place with 1,707 points. And second, Blog Snowman with 1,481 points. And Tato is in third with 1,027. John DiMaggio voiced Santa after his first appearance. And they've all appeared on the show. And Mark Hamill never played Robot Santa, but he did play the Hanukkah zombie.
Tradition.
If I were a fish man.
Tradition. If I were a fish man.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
And now...
All day long, I'd suck in and spit out rocks. If I were a fishy man. Hey!
That's right. That's the breaking news zap. We interrupt this trivia with breaking news. You cannot milk Watto in Star Wars Galaxies.
Tradition.
You cannot milk Watto in Star Wars Galaxies. You cannot generate pilk from Watto in Star Wars Galaxies. You cannot milk that.
You cannot milk that. Because you aren't.
Okay, well, that breaking news is over. And now we get back to trivia with question number 5. In 1959's Santa Claus, Santa faces off against a demon named Pilch, Popinjay, Rectum, or Smegma.
Rectum?
These are all real demons who have appeared in Things, but which of these is the demon who appeared in 1959's hit film Santa Claus? What?
In Things.
Well, the rest are DC Comics demons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I have more questions.
Okay. What?
I have to wait for them to answer.
Okay, well, I'm excited for you to wait for them to answer. I feel like I've seen a clue for this
Trivia
one.
miracle.
Bah
Rectum.
humbug.
I barely know him.
I have better trivias to do. 10 of you said Pitch, 1 of you said Popinjay, 1 said Rectum, none of you thought it was Smegma.
What is
The
Smegma?
correct answer is, in fact, Pitch.
You have to
Pitch.
show us Smegma. Smegma's a real DC demon?
Yeah.
Who the fuck made Smegma? Smegma. Yeah, it's Dick Cheese.
No, Smegma is, I don't know what you're talking about. Smegma is from New Earth, and she's the on-again, off-again partner of the demon Etrigan. In her youth, Smegma was the girl of Rectum, leader of the gang known as the Southside Crips. Oh boy. Their rival gang, the North Hell Bloods, Jesus Christ, was, okay, so she's a character who appeared in 1994's The Demon Volume 3, number 43. Yeah, it's Ennis. It's Garth Ennis, for sure.
Smegma is Dick Cheese. Great. Great pin. Love that.
That's how this channel gets banned. It could totally be. That would be very funny if we go out. Thank you for unpinning it. No, we should have the trivia link pinned so people can join our game of trivia.
Fine.
But it would be very funny. It would be horrible if that's how we went out. Is because we hastily threw together a demon question.
Wait. Can we see Rectum?
Yeah. I mean, we have to. Tweedledee and Tweedledum are also in that thing, and Popinjay's from the same comic. He's like a alligator. There is. See, this is why I'm not the biggest Garth Ennis fan, just to be clear.
Yeah. Are demons not allowed on Twitch anymore?
Here we go. Rectum looks like a weird dog guy.
But what will we do without Summersbane? Is Summersbane a demon?
No, he's a necromancer.
Oh. You can be a demon and a necromancer.
But he's not.
Oh, okay. Can we say Smegma and Rectum? Wait, show us Rectum again.
This is...
I love him. Who dares summon him?
I mean, I guess I did. But also, I'm not talking about the other thing. All I'm talking about is the DC Comics characters. So I'm not doing anything that's against the thing.
He does look like a cool cat. I like his visor glasses, amazing. Jordy could never. He wishes. He wishes
What does Jordy wish?
that he looked as cool as Rectum in his visor. Because Rectum has visor glasses and Jordy has a visor.
Right. I guess I see the connection.
I was sure that was a Fluval answer too.
Really?
I was like, Fluval, why did you put smegma? Were you like channeling Sarah Squirm?
You think I would go that blue?
That's a good point. That is much more of a me move.
That is a you move. Yeah, that is not a Fluval move. That is an intern Kringle move. For sure.
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. Thank you so much.
Why is ModView not letting me delete messages?
What? Is there a message that needs deleting?
I was gonna delete the one about smegma.
Why?
Because it says dick cheese.
So?
I guess Richard Cheese is a
They're
famed
not
music.
gonna care about dick
You know what? You're
cheese.
also right. Richard Cheese is a famed musical parody person, so we're just talking about Richard Cheese.
Exactly.
That's all that's going on here.
That's not illegal.
No, it's not illegal to talk about Richard Cheese. You're unbannable.
It's unbannable. Whatever.
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 Whatever. Let's go to our leaderboard, where Steel Trivia for Pitch the Dancing Deep Christmas Devil is in first, Blog Snowman in second, Tato's in third, Secular CBC in fourth, and I Saw Missy Kissing Fluval Claws in fifth place. And now it's time to go to question number 6, because this is a supersized trivia. In the Santa Claus, what is the name of Santa's assassin, as played by Tim Allen? Chris Kringleman, Scott Calvin, Sean Cooper, or Stephen Crane?
Ooh.
Do you know?
It's for certain audiences.
Yeah. Do you know the answer to this one?
Oh, fuck.
No, it is not fuck.
No, I thought I knew the answer because you had given me the trick
Right.
to figuring out the answer.
Right.
That is his initials.
Someone eating shit on the scoreboard voice. Hello, Twitch cops.
Hello. That it would be because his initials
Yeah.
are
RSC.
RSC.
Yeah.
But then there's 3
Yeah.
with that, so I have no fucking idea.
One of you said Chris Kringleman. 9 of you said Scott Calvin. One of you said Sean Cooper. One of you said Stephen Crane, and the correct answer is, of course, Scott Calvin.
Sure.
Yeah, it's Scott Calvin. But you know a Santa whose name isn't?
Santa native.
You know a Santa whose name isn't Scott Calvin?
Who?
The Alaskan politician Santa Claus.
Oh.
Born Thomas Patrick O'Connor, who's a politician, monk, and child welfare activist.
Ah.
He gained recognition as a member of the North Pole, Alaska City Council, and was a candidate for the at-large congressional district special election. He changed his name to match the legendary character in 2005 to help bring awareness to his advocacy for children's health and welfare. He was a bouncer at New York clubs and bars in his youth. And he supported Joe Biden in 2020 after Bernie dropped out. Santa Claus is a proponent of medical marijuana.
Hell yeah.
And describes himself as having a strong affinity with Bernie Sanders, sharing many of the Vermont senators' positions on racial justice, corporate accountability, and election freedoms.
Hell yeah.
Santa Claus does not accept corporate donations, nor does he accept personal donations. He supports the expansion of Medicare and the reduction of federal defense spending, describing himself as fiscally conservative but socially liberal.
Sure, man.
Santa Claus is in favor of an expanded child tax credit, a wealth tax, and the PRO Act, so Santa's pro-union.
Hell yeah.
And Santa Claus has questioned the power and influence of social media companies like Twitter and Facebook. Moreover, Santa Claus, Old St. Nick, supports reproductive rights, including the funding of Planned Parenthood and improving the accessibility of abortions.
Hell yes.
Santa also disavowed Alaska's excretive oil economy, pointing to the effects of climate change and environmental pollution, especially on the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Chris Kringle has also vowed to improve Alaska's broadband infrastructure.
Oh.
And Santa has a stepson, but is currently not married. Oh, Santa's had multiple cancers.
Oh.
And he has taken a vow of poverty.
Aww.
And he only makes $300 a month as a North Pole councilman. It's just very funny that it's Santa Claus, and then he's like, I'm for weed!
I'm for weed. What are you doing, Step Santa?
And now, this is a supersized 12-question trivia night. Which means we've passed the halfway point. Which means it's time for... our wacky ticket reunification game, where you can force tickets who would rather be apart to be together, regardless of if those tickets have been naughty or nice. So do check your list, because once a number has been called, it is out of the running if you don't pick it, or if you don't say that you have it.
Exactly.
No money was exchanged. This is not a raffle. It is merely a wacky ticket reunification game where you get nothing of financial value, but you just get that sense of satisfaction of making these tickets experience suffering. It's not a Yankee swap. It's not a white elephant exchange.
Swap.
Yeah, it is very cool to be unmarried and have a stepson.
That is interesting.
I'm still in his life. Ho, ho, ho. I broke up with his mother, not him.
Aww.
He still matters to me.
And what matters to me is our first ticket. 39666 4.
39666. The number of the beast.
4. Our next ticket.
Yeah.
3969.
Oh.
71.
396971.
Next, 396588. 396588.
396588. We need to go 88 miles an hour, Doc.
Clearly we did not.
No, blog.
Our next one, 3968897 5309.
8675309. It's actually just 897.
Yeah, it's 897.
396897. 8675309.
And our last card.
Oh, yeah.
39 execute order 66 53.
Execute order 53.
6653.
Execute.
6653.
Too many numbers. A one-off.
No winners, though.
Good. Give in to your anger.
Good.
And to help you recover from your anger, I brought you a little travelogue so you can suffer even more from my time at Creep It Real Festive. It's me, Fluval, coming to you live from Creep It Real Festive. I'm a big fan of your work, I have to say. Behold the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. Hello? Now let's see what else is going on here at Creep It Real. Bad Mr. Frosty, I'm a huge fan of your working clay fighter. Oh, I'd say my favorite scary movie is... Ooh.
I'm sorry. I don't know. There's too many kids. I'm just a little tempted to eat everything around me.
Ooh, my favorite type of theater. I loved when you turned people into skeletons. Pazuzu, I love everything you've done for evil. I'm so glad there are no spooky creatures here, so I can just swim back and forth. This Lesser Santa has been compromised to a permanent end. Ooh, just like the one in the Great Necromancer's dorm.
You have about 4 chapters in my naughty list. It's perfect.
I'm honored.
Excellent. What have you done tonight that's been evil?
Well, I destroyed a planet just for the fun of it.
Oh, was it my planet?
No.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Okay, it was your planet.
That's okay, I was tired of it anyway.
Yay! May untold trivia-related suffering be under your tree this year. Look at all these monsters who I was seeing. I mean, there's a creepy clown. Ooh. Oh, evil. Oh, there's a good Santa. There's Terrifier Santa. Ah. Oh, I also saw Krampus there. There's a little. I think that's a Freddy Fazbear. There's a Krampus. Hi, Krampus. Ooh, hi, Krampus. Hi, Freddy. Oh, look. Ooh, spooky lights. That was my travelogue from Creep Blogtoven, I swear to God. No. There was no Sith there. The Mandalorian was there, but there were no Sith Lords there. Ugh. I can't take you lowly third-dimensional beings anywhere. Thank you, Foolaloo, for knowing what's the appropriate thing to say when I show you a travelogue of me visiting your lowly, pathetic dimension at Creep It Real Festive in Santa Ana, near Disneyland. You know what else is near Disney?
What?
Trivia. And the leaderboard. That's right. It's near Disneyland sometimes. Steel Trivia for Pitch is in first place. Blog Snowman in second. Ho ho ho! Tato's in third. I saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claus, the slanderous name, in fourth. And Secular CBC in fifth. Creep it real good. Bow, 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 bow. Here comes question 7. Which of these places is or has been home to a Santa-based theme park? Lake Arrowhead, California, Dundee, Illinois, Santa Claus, Indiana, or Scotts Valley, California. Which of these places is or has been home to a Santa-based theme park? What's your face for, Void? What's your face for, Void? Why are you making that face, Void? Why are you making that face, Ahumne Maddie? Why are you making emoticon? Oh, now you're looking the other way? Oh, now you're looking at yourself? You think you messed up, Potatoes? Well, let's see what everyone said. One of you said Lake Arrowhead, California. 4 of you said Dundee, Illinois. 5 of you said Santa Claus, Indiana. 1 you woo. And 1 of you said Scotts Valley, California. The correct answer is, of course, all of them. Dundee, Illinois' Santa's Village Amusement and Water Park is open to this very day. It's also been referred to as Santa's Village Azoosement Park. It was originally built by Glenn Holland, who also built the Santa Village Parks in Scotts Valley, California, and Lake Arrowhead, California. Holland got the idea after reading about a Santa-themed theme park called North Pole that's in New York. And it gave us this iconic commercial in the 80s.
You better
watch out. Better not. Better not scream.
Santa is hot. Get a free ticket to Santa's Village from Cheerios when you buy 2 tickets at regular price.
Because in case you
From
forget.
Cheerios, get a Santa is hot. Get a free ticket to
Santa
Santa's Village.
is hot this summer. And Santa Claus, Indiana's Santa Claus Land is also open until this very day, though it has since rebranded to Holiday World. And in 2014, they featured an ad with an even more unsettling Santa Claus.
Show us.
I am.
So, what's
Oh,
it
God.
like to work at Holiday World? Pretty much like, well, any other office. We work long, hard hours to
So
make it as
many
fun as it can
choices
be.
were
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Looky here. We even have a
And
research
so
and
many of
development
them.
department. Oh.
Ho, 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 the elf exploded.
And free parking, sunscreen, and soft drinks. Only at Holiday World and Splash and Safari.
That was weird.
Yeah, it's like the Burger King Santa.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they killed that woman.
Yeah. And fun fact, or should I say yes, it is for Jewel Pods. Fluval's Fact Fractal, Santa Claus Land opened before Disneyland and likes to style itself as the first theme park. I was going to bring that up, blog. It is sort of performed as if she popped for the first time. She had a little death, exactly one BBBR. She went to purgatory with a real Santa for a while. Well, speaking of purgatory, let's go to the leaderboard where you're trapped with Steel Trivia for Pitch the Dancing Christmas Devil in first, Blog Snowman in second, Ho 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 Tatoes in third, I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claws, ew, in fourth, and Secular CBC in fifth. I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claws gained the most points on that because, well, actually, no, they tied with Murky Pissmas, both gaining 910 points. Even though I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claws answered slightly faster. Less than 0.0 seconds faster. She's naughty and nice. Well, you know, let's see if this next question is naughty or nice. Hello, H-Dub. This next question is also about Santa Claus. Which of these is a miracle attributed to St. Nicholas, appearing to people in their dreams, calming a storm, his bones producing water, or resurrecting dead, pickled children? Which of these is a miracle attributed to St. Nicholas, the real Santa Claus, appearing to people in their dreams, calming a storm, his bones producing water, or resurrecting dead, pickled children? H-Dub says A is Freddy Krueger.
I mean, he wears red and green.
He
right?
does. He wears very Christmassy sweaters. Fine, brined children. Is that better? Always choose bone magic is ready. Well, let's see what you picked. 2 of you said appearing to people in their dreams. 1 of you said calming a storm. 4 of you said his bones producing water. And 3 of you said resurrecting dead, pickled children. And the correct answer is all of them.
Yeah!
They're all correct answers. As Michael the Archimandrite says in his 9th century work, The Life of St. Nicholas the Wonder Worker, quote, and this came to be known by all from his many... Actually, wait, I have to do it in what he actually sounded like. And this came to be known by all from his many other miracle workings, both those which happened long ago and which are still operative up to the present, but especially in the matter of his most swift aid to the 3 very famous commanders, when he was summoned by them for help with an undoubting and very fervid faith, and appeared to the just Emperor Constantine and to the governor of the city, Ablabius, as though in a dream. Through a threat and an exhibition of his own name, he corrected the one who had taken mockery upon himself and freed from innocent blood, while the other, who had willingly brought harm upon himself because he accepted a bribe, he shocked and terrified by the evils that would come upon him unless he should lay deceit aside from his own soul and immediately free the followers of Nepotian from the death-bringing vote. In other words, Santa Claus appeared to him in a dream and said, "Change your heart or die." Change your heart or die.
I like that reference.
He resurrected the children amidst a famine. A butcher had murdered and pickled them as part of a plot to sell their meat as pork.
Ho, ho, ho!
But St. Nicholas...
Merry Christmas!
That very same was canny enough to see through this ruse. He made the sign of the cross and the children were miraculously resurrected. This legend was so popular during the late Middle Ages and the early modern period that it was depicted in paintings and stained glass, as you can see here. St. Nicholas calming a storm also appears in St. Nicholas the Wonder Worker. When the fame of his holiness and care had been spread abroad to almost all the world and was being borne about on everyone's tongue because of these virtuous acts and good deeds, and those like them as is reasonable, some sailors who were once again sailing across the sea, when a mighty swell and storm suddenly arose against them by the plotting of a very fierce wind, saw that they were going to be altogether and completely subjected to a most inevitable danger of death. At length they remembered St. Nicholas and called to him by name for aid. Our Holy Father, who is quick to hear those who call to him in misfortunes with contrition, appeared to them by God's order in the very hour of their distress, and said to them, "Behold, you have called me, and I am here to help you." And so being seen by the sailors as strengthening them and emboldening them, and assisting them and enduring with them at every part of the boat, that is, with the ropes and the poles, he thus, with God's help, saved them from the danger, and, after guarding them closely, restored them to a calm anchorage. So it's very fun. Sentence construction was way looser in the 9th century. They're like, we're just going to keep putting commas and keep going. Dale, I need you to investigate St. Nick and the tub of naked babies.
Ho, ho, ho.
His bones leaking
Merry
pure water
Christmas!
is referenced in the Marians of the Immaculate Conception's profile of St. Nicholas. Nicholas died on December 6, 343 AD in Myra. The Cathedral of St. Nicholas in Bari was built upon a tomb containing his bones that had been transferred from Myra. A substance referred to as mana began coming forth from his bones upon his death, continuing to the present.
Mana, like the stuff that fell from
Yeah.
the sky, and
Yeah.
that is also used
Yeah.
to denote points in
Yes.
various card games?
Yes. This mana has been determined to be pure water, coming directly from his bones, as no other outside source from which the water enters exists. Many miracles have been associated with St. Nicholas's mana throughout the ages. Every year since 1980, on the Feast of the Transfiguration, mana is extracted from Nicholas's bones, and with a delegate of the Pope, other dignitaries, and the faithful present, a blessing is bestowed upon all with this cherished relic.
Can't you still buy it?
He also is reported to have a habit of secretly giving gifts from those who need them, which led to the legend of Sinterklaas and later Santa Claus. Can you buy Saint Nick mana? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Amazon.
On Amazon?
Well, it's not available. It's out of stock, but you could. Blessed Anointing Holy Oil of St. Nicholas from the Church of Bari, set of 2 glass bottles, 100% original relics, extracted from the saint's tomb, consecrated liquid called Manna di St. Nicola. The content of the bottle is of natural holy oil with the addition of relics of St. Nicholas. Top quality blessed anointing oil of St. Nicholas from Bari, Italy. 100% natural. This is an original holy oil from the relique of St. Nicholas of Myra from the Church of Bari. This anointing oil is ready to use as already blessed, left for 40 days in front of his relics.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
What are these reviews?
These are the reviews of the people who bought it.
What do they say?
If we have the faith the size of a mustard seed, 5 stars. I just got my package and was very surprised how fast it came. There are miracles God does by our prayers and by prayers of saints. I've always wanted to visit Bari in the Church of St. Nicholas. I tried to order the myrrh via the Orthodox community, and I'm glad there's an opportunity to purchase the holy oil via Amazon now. Miracles and happen by the grace of God, and this oil is a little thing to let me be co-present to him. The rest is in his hands. There are 2 well-packed bottles with a certificate of origin. The only thing that I could comment on is a big sticky image of St. Nicholas on the package. Normally the icons should be placed in the rightful place and should have special honoring. Rather than that, everything looks good. Thank you!
Wait, what is the... Yeah. Show us the 3-star.
Not logging in. I am logging in.
Log in with your fishy username and password. Holy oil on Amazon is incredibly deranged. Like... What? Big Sticky Nick. Beware of seed oils.
Beware.
Fishy.
Beware of seed oils. The oils are not what they seem. Okay. The 3 stars didn't leave reviews.
Or did anyone, like, write anything? What about 4 stars?
No reviews.
Ah!
Yeah, the only... there's 23 total ratings, the 4 with reviews, and all the reviews are full 5 stars. You might also want Clorox and toilet paper.
Wow. Essential saint oils.
Oh, it was sold by the Basilica. It said, but not really.
1 star. This is not Pilk.
Yeah. Much like someone needs to put it over our leaderboard, where, of course, all of you got it right, but Steel Trivia for Pitch the Dancing Christmas Devil got it right the fastest, and so they're still in first place. They gained 924 points on that question, and at 5,377 points. Blog Snowman in second with 4,695 points, and in third, rounding out our special top 3, I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claws. Despite their slander, they have 3,688 points as we go to question number 9. In J.R.R. Tolkien's Letters from Father Christmas, North Polar Bear, the bear that Santa's sidekick, calls him Daddy Noel, Father, Grandfather Yule, Mr. Christmas, or Nicky C. What does North Polar Bear, Santa's bear sidekick, call him in J.R.R. Tolkien's Letters from Father Christmas? Have you read these books, Intern Kringle?
I have not.
So these were letters that originally J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to his children over 20 years. Originally for his oldest, and the last ones were only addressed to his youngest, in which he did world building and storytelling via the letters over time. So like there's callbacks to letters from 20 years earlier in the final letters. Like it's as dense as you would expect from J.R.R. Tolkien. War of the Rohirrim needed North Polar Bear, or NPB. You have not read them, Wiz. You love Christmas and Tolkien.
And Quenya.
And Quenya.
Which is the language of the North Pole. Which is why they say that the Noldor might be Santa's elf.
There's also Tolkien hand wrote the letters, and he wrote them in 3 different handwriting styles depending on the character who was writing, and he did illustrations for all of them. But let's see what he called them. 3 of you said Daddy Noel, 1 of you said Father, 4 of you said Grandfather Yule, 1 of you said Mr. Christmas, none of you thought it was Nicky C. The correct answer is Daddy Noel.
Daddy Noel!
Daddy Noel. North Polar Bear and Daddy Noel both appeared in letters that Tolkien wrote to his children from 1920 to 1943. Grandfather Yule is the father of both Father Christmas and Green Brother. Green Brother is Santa's brother, who is created to explain why there's pre-Victorian art depicting Santa wearing green instead of his usual red clothes. And Tolkien's version of Santa Claus, aka Father Christmas, wears green pants in tribute to his brother, Green Brother. Yeah. This is what he looks like. Father Christmas is the name of the gift-giving figure of Christmas. He sent letters to the Tolkien children. We have that. Father Christmas was magical, and his magic was especially powerful on Christmas. Father Christmas had very shaky handwriting, being over 1900 years old by the time he started writing the letters. He was prone to stress, which made his handwriting even worse. No, this is by Tolkien. Oh, Ash has one. I see. Father Christmas wrote his first letter to John Tolkien in 1920 after the then 3-year-old John had asked what Father Christmas was like and where he lived. Christmas in 1924 was very busy, so he didn't have time to write a full letter, but he wrote a short letter to both John and Hilary, wishing them well and explaining he didn't have time to write a letter because he had to go deliver Christmas presents. In 1925, Father Christmas had to move from the Christmas house to the Cliff House because North Polar Bear had tried to rescue his hood that had been blown onto the roof, and instead he fell through the roof and made a hole in the living room.
Oh, no.
You mischievous scamp. 1926 was a very stressful year. The North Polar Bear set off a firework. Yeah. The North Polar Bear set off a firework which turned the North Pole black, shook the stars, and cracked the moon into 4. And the man in the moon fell out. He ate a lot of Father Christmas's chocolates before returning to the moon. Then the reindeer got loose and ran around the North Pole. The North Polar Bear had then turned on 2 years' worth of the Northern Lights. Because of this, there were no Northern Lights until 1928. Yeah, you do kind of do this every year now, Liz.
Yep.
In 1932, Father Christmas and the North Polar Bear discovered a tunnel in their cellar leading from the caves that had been dug by the goblins. The goblins stole all the items from the main cellar, and although they were able to get all the items back, Mr. Cave Bear, his sons, and the gnome ladies had to help prepare for Christmas to be done in time. Father Christmas also signed his letters as Father Nicholas Christmas, or just Nicholas Christmas. And in one letter, the North Polar Bear calls him Daddy Noel. And so the lore here is wild. There's the red elves and the green elves.
This one was invented by a
who
writer.
both live in the North Pole. And it is theorized that the red elves are the Noldor.
He called them gnomes, but spelled like N-O-M, like from the Gnostic word, like to know, which is also the root word that he used when creating the Noldor.
Yes.
The Noldorin elves were, Feanor was one of them, and he made the Silmarils.
There's also the snow elves and the snowmen.
If you don't know.
Oh, yes. And an important fact is his gardener, the snowman, is the eldest of them. And he's just a man, not a snowman. But so Santa Claus is an old, good-natured, but prickly man with a long beard who wears a funny hat and has a kind gardener who's his most important ally, and a mischievous Pippin-esque little shit who he gets frustrated at a lot, but ultimately cares about quite a bit. And they have to defeat the gnomes, or the goblins. So and he did all this before the Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, the goblin alphabet.
Yeah.
He created the goblin alphabet here, which was used by the goblins in the North Pole, and they were puzzles for his children to unscramble on the caves of on the walls of the caves.
They also had a North Pole language, which was Quenya.
Yeah.
It was just Quenya.
Well, because after North Polar Bear, Santa got another assistant named Ilbereth.
Wow.
Yes. And in 1936, Ilbereth wrote most of the letters since Father Christmas was upset and shaky because North Polar Bear fell asleep in the tub with the tap still on, and it overflowed and flooded the house. He also made 2 drawings that were sent with the letter. He learned to write many alphabetics. These were Arctic, Latin, Greek, Russian, runes, and Elvish. He also wrote part of the 1937 letter because Father Christmas had strained his hand in November moving boxes.
Oh.
And in 1938, Ilbereth reported on the copious amounts of food the North Polar Bear had been eating. What do you mean? They were 20 years worth of letters. He wrote letters for 23 years. Oh, Gilbereth, Gilthanoel. Oh, and North Polar Bear has nephews named Paksu and Vakotuka, who are also mischievous. And Father Christmas said they seem to be growing up just like their uncle. And then the Man in the Moon is also in Tolkien lore, but yeah, Grandfather Yule is also named Nicholas after Saint Nicholas. Yeah, his kids have to decide the code, cipher in Goblin.
Yep.
Yep. That's crazy. Just like Oh.
Can you imagine being like, Daddy, like, I want a letter from Santa Claus. And he's like, oh, of course. And goes and locks his study and stays in there for like 5 days.
Now, what's also kind of funny.
It's like, look at this letter.
Is Santa, Father Christmas also writes in the letters, boy, John didn't write me this year. I miss him so much.
Aww.
Which is a little bit of Tolkien guilting his children to be like, hey, go bother your older sibling and get them to write to Santa again.
Potatoes.
And on the last one, it's like, oh, Priscilla, you probably won't write me letters ever again, so I'll stop writing you because I need to write for the children who are putting up their first stockings while you are putting up your last.
Aww.
Yeah. But I am kind of surprised that we haven't gotten these turned into movies.
For Christmas, I want a comprehensive world.
Well, you know, if you want a comprehensive world, you should go to the leaderboard, which has deep lore and world building, with intern Mike, of course, moving all of these while holding his margarita cup. I mean, that's the Santa Claus. That's the Santa Claus. If you turn it off early, it's just, dear children, Tim Allen murdered Santa, the end. But Steel Trivia for Pitch, the Dancing Christmas Devil, is in first. I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claus close behind in second. Blog Snowman as Ranting in the Comments is in third place. Secular CBC in fourth. Potatoes in fifth. The Doorway Sniffer in sixth. Santa only brought me coal, but check out my Thaco in seventh. Kringle Walk Run in eighth. Odin Klaus in ninth. Redbeard 1 standing by. Drop that ass down the chimney in 11th. And Murky Pissmas in 12th. John didn't write me this year. I miss him so much. Garfield, probably. Speaking of people creating fantastical works featuring war about Santa Claus, here's question 10. The modern image of Santa Claus was created by political cartoonist Thomas Nast in the late 1800s. In his work, Old St. Nick supported which side in the American Civil War? The Confederacy or the Union? Did Santa support the Confederacy or the Union in the cartoons by old Thomas Nast in the late 1800s? Lock in your answers now. Blogtoven remembers this one. Well, he wears red. Well, that doesn't matter. Neither side wore red in the Civil War. Wiz picked the one he hopes it is. Well, look. I know which of you yeah, exactly. Was named Maddie 2 votes for the Confederacy. Blog was there. Yeah, we've confirmed Blog is a Time Lord because he remembers this.
Ho-ho!
You remember this cartoon? Oh. Well, let's see what you picked. Even split. 5 of you said the Confederacy. 4 of you said the Union. That's true. One of the flags is red. That's true. It would be easy to adapt Santa Claus to wearing the stars and bars.
Oof.
Both the flags have red on them, though. They both have red, white, and blue. But let's see what you picked. We were doing that already. I got distracted by that great comment.
Chat divided.
A trivia chat divided cannot stand. So let's see who wins the war of chat aggression. Or the war between the chats. It's the Union! He drew Santa supporting the Union. The Union wins again. And hopefully it actually wins this time. In one early cartoon, Santa's fursuit was star-spangled. And he held a toy effigy of Confederate President Jefferson Davis, where he's hanging him. Yeah, Santa Claus is hanging Jefferson Davis at a Union camp while wearing a stars and stripes suit. So Santa wants you to know who he stands for. I mean, and here he is in a later one.
Hey, they were abolitionists. They weren't anti-racist.
That's true. And that's true. Exactly plausible deniability. He has famously always been aligned with the North. In another cartoon, yeah, this one, he used Santa to criticize the U.S. government for not paying its soldiers a fair wage. As Smithsonian Magazine said, quote, on his back in this one isn't a sack of toys. It's actually an army backpack from enlisted men. He's holding a dress sword and belt buckle to represent the army, whereas the toy horse is a callback to the Trojan horse, symbolizing the treachery of the government. A pocket watch showing a time of 10 till midnight indicates that the U.S. Senate has little time left to give fair wages to the men of the Army and Navy. And now what I like about this one is it also shows why later cartoonists labeled everything. You know? If his backpack said wages for the enlisted men, then I would know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But because nothing's labeled, if I didn't have the, like, explanation, I wouldn't know. Yeah, taxes are the pipe he's smoking.
Yeah.
Santa Claus making Jefferson Davis react. Yeah, there's no way to know. He's probably carrying that baby off the war. Exactly. It does kind of look like it.
Yup.
The hairstyles, it really does it. But don't worry, that's not... Thomas Nass also popularized the idea that the USPS could reach Santa Claus in his workshop, and his cartoons also led the public to link Democrats with donkeys and Republicans with elephants. Kusu? 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 Saint Nick smoking on them tax packs with his undal. Yeah, USPS. Oh, Chaozu?
Oh.
Wait, it's the little vampire from Dragon Ball?
Ceausescu.
Ceausescu. I thought you meant that he made Santa Claus reenact jumping onto Nappa and blowing himself up to trying to stop him, but failing.
Quesi?
I thought Santa was just a Coke commercial. No, it's actually not why he wears red. That's a coincidence. You know Coca-Cola loves it, don't get me wrong, but they didn't do it. But what they did do is our leaderboard, where Steel Trivia for Pitch, despite getting that question wrong, is still in first place. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus in second, despite getting it wrong. Ho 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 Tatoes got it right, but they didn't get the most points. Santa only brought me coal, but check out my Thaco gained the most points, getting 626 points, while Murky Pissmas lost the most points, losing 964 points. In this year's Coca-Cola commercial, yes, Santa is AI. But Santa is not usually AI. Aye. Speaking of artificial intelligence, actually, droids in the Star Wars galaxy tell legends about which of these Santa-like figures, Father Life Day, Nick Sant, the Giver, or the Oil Bringer. Which of these is a legendary figure that droids in the Star Wars galaxy tell stories about in the short story An Old Hope from the Star Wars Life Day Treasury? It's from a Life Day book, Missy. Not a Christmas book.
Grinchmas!
It's not from a Christmas book. There is no Christmas in Star Wars, Missy. Get it through your head. Except the fact that this isn't, the Sith there's no Sith. Droids aren't all Sith, Blogthoven. Get it right. Grow up. And maybe they do, but I don't think so. Is Nick Sant from Planet John Stew? No, only Obi-Wan Kenobi is from Stew John. Let's see what you picked. 2 of you said Father Life Day. 2 of you said Nick Sant. 2 of you said The Giver. And 2 of you said The Oil Bringer. The Giver, the Meryl Streep and Taylor Swift film. That is what I was thinking of when I made that one up, because it's wrong. I was also trying to think of names that line up with, like, the Maker as the trick, like Thank the Maker. The correct answer is The Oil Bringer. The correct answer is, in fact, The Oil Bringer. His legend is told, as I said in the short story, An Old Hope, which is from the Star Wars Life Day Treasury. The Oil Bringer is an old human man who supposedly visits every planet in the galaxy once a year to oil the joints of droids and repair them. And in that story, It's from the perspective of a droid who's been taken by the Jawas, who's from a very happy home and just wants to get home for Life Day.
Aww.
And all the droids in he tells the story, of course, about the oil bringer. And none of the other droids in the Sandcrawler believe him. But he's such a giving droid that he notices their joints are stiff and they're having trouble moving. So he sacrifices his oil to give oil to all of the droids in the Sandcrawler. And the next day, they don't even think about it. They just go out walking when it gets attacked. They walk right out. But he can't move. So he's laying there, immobile, paralyzed, as a monster knocks over the Sandcrawler and is trying to kill the droids. And the monster perches in the gap in the Sandcrawler and roars a mighty roar. And the droid's like, I guess this is it. I guess I'm going to be deactivated for sure. And all of a sudden we hear, oh! Oh! A crate dragon call scares away the droid. And an old man approaches in a robe and sees the droid and says, hello there. And gives him the oil and helps get the droid home to the moisture farm that he's from. And he assumes that must have been the oil bringer. But of course, eagle-eared readers will know it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I wonder if he means old oil bringer Kenobi. Because it was actually Obi-Wan Kenobi truly embodying the spirit of the oil bringer and helping a droid. Even though it wasn't even Life Day yet. I'm glad you're suffering, Missy. No, this was not in Tolkien's Legendarium.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why he was out in the desert. Our leaderboard has Ho-Ho-Ho-Tatoes has taken the lead because only Odin class and Ho-Ho-Ho-Tatoes got it right.
Ooh.
So now Ho-Ho-Ho-Tatoes and Odin class have taken first and second place. Secular CBC in third. Steel Trivia falling to fourth for not believing in the oil bringer. And I Saw Mommy Kissing Fluval Claws down in fifth. In sixth, Blog Snowman. In seventh, Kringle Walk Run. In eighth, Santa Only Brought Me Coal, but check out my Thaco. In ninth, The Doorway Sniffer. In 10th, Redbeard 1 standing by. In 11th, Drop That Ass Down the Chimney. And in 12th, Murky Pissmas. As we go to our final question of Santa Trivia. This is about a book. That's your hint. This is about a book. A book telling tale of old Santa Claus himself. So yeah, it's not going to be about Tolkien's Legendarium. It's not going to be about the Riders of Rohan. That'd be a fun little twist, wouldn't it? It's about the Bible.
The Bible.
Which of these sons of God yelled at a fig tree? That's right, it's Jesus Christ. Which of these sons of God flipped over the money changer's table and whipped them all?
With whips he made himself.
That's right, it's only Jesus, because that's the only son of God. Jesus is always the right answer in Bible trivia. In the Guardians of Childhood book series, Santa's mentor is a wizard named Ombrick. Ombrick founded Witch Haven for imagination and invention, Santbala, Satlantis, Sanctum Santarum, or Santof Clausen. In the Guardians of Childhood book series, Santa's mentor is a wizard named Ombrick. Ombrick founded Witch Haven for imagination and invention, Santbala, Satlantis, Sanctum Santarum, or Santof Clausen. And this GIF is here because it was turned the Guardians of Childhood book series was turned into the Rise of the Guardians film, where Alec Baldwin voiced Santa Claus, who is of course actually named Nicholas St. North. Yes.
He might have been the son of one, H-Dub.
And Nicholas St. North is a, he's like a fatherly figure to Jack Frost in the movie. And he's a fantastical inventor as well. He has naughty and nice tattooed on his knuckles in the movie.
Are we talking about Nakamis here?
And the author said that he once defeated an entire regiment of cavalry with a bent steak knife while he was eating.
Oh.
He's a wild man, an adventurer, a warrior. Yeah, that's right. He was... To understand how to perform the character Hordos and Wanneroy, he also turned to the mythology developed by William Joyce, in which Santa Claus is a Cossack warrior.
A Cossack.
Yeah. They said Cossack.
When you said a Cossack warrior, I heard like Akashic. Like
no, not an Akashic
records.
warrior. No, he's a semi-nomadic warrior person. No, the Cossacks, not the Cossacks either.
The Cossacks.
Yeah. They had a lot of self-governance, but yeah, they also did some shady things.
Yeah.
But now let's see which haven for imagination and invention was invented by Ombric the Wizard. Or founded by the Wizard Ombric. Was it Sant Bala, Satlantis, Sanctum Sanctorum, or Santof Clausen? 2 of you said Sant Bala. 1 of you said Satlantis. 2 of you said the Sanctum Sanctorum. And 2 of you said Santof Clausen. The correct answer is, of course, and I don't know how you don't know this. Haven't you all read the Guardians of Childhood series? Gosh, it is obviously none other than Santof Clausen.
No, we haven't.
Oh, well, that would explain not knowing it then.
Have you, Fluval?
No. But I just know it. Santof Clausen is a small village located in the forested hinterlands of eastern Siberia. It was created by the wizard Omric Shalazar to be a haven for fellow dreamers like himself, a place where residents could utilize their imagination without fear. And Ombric and Nicholas St. North, aka Santa, worked together to defend the village from the boogeyman in the book Nicholas St. North and the Battle of the Nightmare King. Ombric is one of the last wizards and one of the few survivors of the lost city of Atlantis. And Santof Clausen, according to the book itself, quote, is an ancient phrase from Atlantis that means place of dreams.
So much like how we're heading back to the Akashic records.
Yeah.
Where Santa keeps his naughty and nice list. We are also emerging from Atlantis.
Yes.
This was ghost written by fucking theosophers.
Ombric is a wise and powerful old wizard, serving as a mentor to both North and Catherine. He is generally considered a kind-hearted person, though he has shown a disliking for the unpure of heart, creating several magical barriers to protect his haven of Santof Clausen by blocking the entrance to, and if that fails, killing bandits and the sinful.
Oh my.
Despite his age and wisdom, Ombric is always excited to learn new things. He enjoys using a time machine to observe events of the past, and admires Bunnymund as a mentor. Bunnymund is the Easter Bunny. Though still healthy and active, it seems that his age is getting to him during his most recent battles. It is shown that he cares deeply for Nicholas, Catherine, and the people of Santof Clausen. Ombric is the adoptive father of Clausen, who is heavily implied to become Mother Goose. To protect...
But not a goose.
No, she's just a girl.
Just a human.
Oh, and Pitch, by the way, Pitch Black, aka Pitch, is the Nightmare King and the Boogeyman in this too. What?
Yeah, he fucks Mama Goose.
Who fucks Mama Goose?
Santa. Or Jack Frost?
Jack Frost does, I think.
With his ice stick.
But she's definitely not in a romantic relationship with Santa.
Oh, okay. We all knew Pitch was in the Santa lore. It's been there since the 50s.
It's been there since 1959, right? Yeah.
The Santa Santorum.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Ombric may be Father Time, by the way, because of his love of time travel, and then it gets confirmed he is. In Jack Frost, the end becomes the beginning. It's confirmed that he is Father Time as well. And the Guardians of Childhood is this whole book series where public domain figures. Yeah. E. Astermund and the warrior eggs at the Earth's core. Toothiana, queen of the Tooth Fairy armies.
Toothiana.
And yes, all this lore we talked about is from Book 1, Nicholas St. North, and the Battle of the Nightmare King. And there's Nicholas St. North and Catherine.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and the evil servants of the Nightmare King are the Fearlings.
Honestly, this is just not Tolkien enough for me.
This is not Tolkien. The lore would be so much more coherent if it was Tolkien.
Santum Santor rum for the eggnog.
Oh my god, the creator of the series interviewed Santa Claus.
Oh, okay.
William Joyce, when you were younger, where did you think you'd end up? Well, they didn't have Las Vegas when I was a kid, or Disney World, so those just weren't an option. I'm kidding. Kidding! But the North Pole, never saw myself there. Joyce, how do you think you came across in my telling of your story? Nick St. North, much better than I expected, to be honest. And since I'm Santa Claus, I am, I'm always honest. Your portrayal of me is, balanced. You got the good me and the wild me. I'm certainly jolly.
Take her, please.
And you caught that. And the temper thing, you didn't shy away from that. And the bravery and the fun me. I liked that because, I'm fun. Fun! A fun guy! Ho, 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 ho! Could you tell us a little bit about the Guardians of Childhood? Great group, the best, really. So glad to be a member. Sandman, Man in the Moon, Tooth Fairy, the Egg Guy, that Frost Kid, just terrific.
That Frost Kid.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
We all have our own thing, but we work together very, very well, fighting the Boogeyman. Pitch is his real name. Not many people know that. But yeah, I think we do a lot of good work together. Which Guardian would you choose to stand beside you in the thick of battle? Which Guardian would you choose to stand by you in the thick of battle? Oh! That's they are all great in their own way. All so talented. Geniuses, I mean it. Even, the Egg Guy. And that's the whole thing. So it keeps going. It keeps going a little longer than I'm going to keep going with that interview. Because it's fine. But that was the end of our Santa trivia. So let's see who won. I love all the Bible. Weird non sequitur. Okay, blog. Now let's see who won our game of Santa trivia. In third place, it's none other than ho 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 potatoes. In second, Santa only brought me coal, but check out my thaco. And your winner is Steel Trivia for Pitch, the Dancing Christmas Devil. Oh. I wish we could rate an Instagram Live, too. I would love to rate Connor Ratliff.
Oh, that would be amazing.
But don't worry, Missy. While you won our trivia, there's something we'll all get to enjoy. And there's more where that came from, because next week on Grand Trivia, it's Christmas Day with Christmas Trivia. It was so nice of the Krampus to pose for this photo. I mean, this was Santa trivia, Missy. Santa's not one of the Yule lads, is he? But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Yule lad question on Christmas trivia. Yes.
Christmas Day
Christmas
trivia.
Day
It's
trivia.
a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. The things that are possible when you don't have to travel to see your family.
Decompress from having to see your family.
Yes, decompress
with us.
from seeing your family.
A whole different type of suffering.
Yes, suffer with us on Christmas Day with Christmas Trivia. Fuck it. We're doing with the former randoms then. I never told you we weren't doing Christmas Trivia. This show has consistently always done Christmas Trivia whenever Christmas fell on our show day. I could actually cry. I think it might happen. Well, we'll see you next week, and the former randoms just might see you as well, because we have your coordinates. Ho! 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 We're gonna raid a whom named Maddie. We'll see you next week.
Triviamaster.
Here he comes, swimming closer than farther away.